You guys ready? Mm-hmm. You ready? Nathan, you ready? Okay, everybody, welcome to the Village of Skokie Appearance Commission meeting for Wednesday, September 11th. When you checked in to get your building permits, you were given instructions what we're going to be doing here tonight, looking at the exterior elevations of particular residential and commercial projects. For residential cases, neighbors to either side of your property were given notice this meeting. Sometimes they show up and we grant them the right to be heard. If there are any such neighbors concerned with a certain party or project, please come up when I call that case. When I call a case, please just come stand right in front of this table and we'll review the documents that the village gives us. That said, we have a lot of cases tonight, so we're not going to be redesigning anything. So hopefully, otherwise you'll be coming back to the drawing table in a month. That said, anybody who's going to testify today or come up and speak or maybe a neighbor who's going to speak, please stand up and be sworn in.
Okay, you have to be sworn in if you're going to say anything tonight. Okay, raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you give tonight will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Thank you.
When I call a case, please come up here. The commissioner who just swore you in will be reading in comments that we get from the village's community development department. We take those comments under consideration when we render our decisions. That said, does somebody want to approve make a motion to approve the minutes from the last meeting?
I move to approve the minutes of August 14th.
Anybody second? All in favor? All right.
Aye.
So passed. First case we're calling is 2019-033A at 8422 East Prairie Road from Motion Khan.
An improved design has been submitted. However, there is a concern with the number of gables on the main entrance elevation. The addition's setbacks of 4 feet for the south side yard and 10 feet for the north side yard abutting a street meet district requirements. Therefore, requests for variations for these items from the Zoning Board of Appeals are not necessary. Technical items to be addressed include correcting the north and south elevation labels, correcting the building code references on the construction drawings, and confirming whether or not a sprinkler system is required.
How are you?
Aye.
Just to give you a quick update, last month they did this one over here, and the drawings didn't jive the floor plans and setbacks, so this is the revised one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I only have one, but it's up there.
Yeah. This is
This is the old one.
okay. Gotcha. How are you, sir? Good. Oh, geez, you got a chance to look at these. Oh, am I the only one looking at one right now? There you go.
Okay.
What's the materials going to be, sir?
It's going to be hardy board.
Okay. Color?
We have 20 colors to choose from.
Right. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah. It will match with the existing.
And so it's going to be a neutral
beige.
tone that matches with the brick?
Yes.
Okay. It's not going to be purple.
No, not exotic.
You're handing out more, Nathan? Or
No,
you just have this one?
yeah.
Oh. All right. Give it a look. Doesn't seem to, seems a lot better than the last one. I'm sorry, Nate, I thought you were handing out more.
No, I was looking if I had one. What is this, the old one?
That's the old one.
The 3 gables on this named south elevation looks a little awkward.
They look a little bit to me. And the front porch.
The one over the front door looks nice.
You can pass that down. You guys done looking at it?
Yeah, I mean, it's about that.
It looks
Yeah, the angles are a little different.
I mean, just,
And
it's just,
why that is also a little asymmetric.
which one?
Overhang there, but not there.
Well, because they're at the setback requirement on, they wanted to gain more space upstairs.
Sure.
The only way they could do is go towards the back, but not to the front and to the sides. That's that's only where they can, this is what the old one was.
Mhm.
This was the old
Hear the
one.
rain.
Mm-hmm.
The wind.
So, what do you guys think?
I think we gotta take cover.
The roof over the front door looks out of proportion.
I mean, I don't, I just, so is this proposed to be a new, is this new, sir?
Yes.
Okay,
That's going to be.
so, obviously, it just looks,
That's the existing.
it just looks awkward in that it's pinching one of the gables, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, you know, I can get over the 3 punch-outs, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But the problem is your front door doesn't symmetrically line up with this,
Center.
you know what I'm saying?
Size of this.
So,
By emails,
And we have to work with existing.
no, I get all that, I get all that. So,
I made those.
but maybe it doesn't look as bad if we,
Can that be made a little smaller?
if we small this up a little.
Sure.
That's the first.
Or, you know, maybe it's somewhere in between there, right? You know what I'm saying?
Right, right. Center's the.
Right.
door.
And I think that people would get over the gable look. It just looks awkward because of that pinch point, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Flat. You think it should be flattened out?
Well, I mean, if you go flat, then you got gables. So, I mean, I think if this thing kind of gets, maybe it just gets lowered, it needs to just get lowered and shrunk and shrunk a little bit.
Sure.
Does that make sense? And I think that that'll clean up the design.
Right.
Would you guys agree?
Okay.
Okay. All right, make a motion.
Sure, I move that a certificate of appropriateness be granted in case number 2019-033A, 8422 East Prairie, with the following provisions: that the selection of the hardy board type siding be of a neutral color, consistent with the existing brick material, or at least complementary of the existing brick material, and that the gable over the front entry be shrunk a little bit in size and width so as not to intrude on the center gable of the upper level.
Anybody second? Second. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? No opposed, so passed. Thank you very much, sir.
Pictures.
Sure. Case number 2019-040A, 8531 Drake, Rita Justinian.
An improved design has been submitted. However, staff has a few remaining concerns with the new design. Additional consideration should be given to increasing the second floor footprint and ensuring the design complements the first floor, including the possibility of a hip roof design on the addition. The technical item to be addressed includes correcting the building code references on the construction drawings.
So, you know, what, this is the same architect, and I didn't, my apologies, I didn't make the extra copies.
That's all right,
So
we-
this-
it's not electronically.
So this is what was submitted last month,
Mm-mm.
and this is this month. Are you the architect?
Yes, sir.
Maybe you
Feel
should help
free.
them out.
This is, what, I mean, what's different?
It still looks like it's not integrated to me
Right.
at all.
It's like a different house on top of
Different
it.
windows, everything's not big enough.
If you look at what they're looking at there, essentially the additions moved over.
Yeah, look at the screen, Mike.
Yeah, I know, but
Still doesn't look
I had one
harmonious to
suggestion
the
that I
original.
didn't share with anybody, but trying to make some hip roofs instead of the gable ends, but that's as far as I take it.
Mhm.
were you at the last meeting with us, or no? So, did you happen to talk, did you guys talk at all, Nate, in this process?
Yes, we had.
Yeah, we did.
a number
I
of
mean-
conversations.
I mean, just moving it,
From what this was here.
just
it's-
moving it over isn't, wasn't what we were looking for. I mean,
No.
this literally looks like a helicopter came and dropped it on the house, and the same thing here. It's,
Like the little house,
I don't,
a branch of.
Yeah, but it's not even integrated into it.
And that's, and I know that the one way to kind of balance that out is to increase the floor plan and increase the area.
right.
But at this time, the owner's not thinking in those terms because it's just a budget kind of issue.
It's a what?
Budget.
Nobody saw it but me. This one.
Yeah, I got you. Well, somebody else can talk, you know. I mean, to me, it just hasn't improved. All you did was center it, you know. I don't know what to tell you guys. I mean, what Nathan did here looks better. With changing it to hip roofs and easing things.
We can,
But it still doesn't
It's still got
look
this,
like it's a cohesive
it's still,
finished product.
this is still in scale so much more.
Maybe something that throws it off, and correct me if I'm wrong, it looks like there's a 2-foot space between your floor and your ceiling. Maybe that's what's causing it to look like, it's just a 2-foot space over there. Is there a reason for
You're
it?
talking about here?
There's a 2-foot space between the, I'm sorry, between.
2'2". Oh, that's windowsill.
If this would be the ceiling height, and this is the second floor, there's gotta be a couple feet of void space over there. Maybe
no, that's, I see what they're saying. If I was to take this and maybe make this a little bit more of a
We
gables
need-
kind of a thing
We need to
across
squat the
this.
thing,
Yeah,
yeah.
but
We need to bring,
am I wrong?
you need to bring this down and this up. And if those just become knee wall spaces, we can do something like that.
But am I wrong if that's your second floor and that's your ceiling over here? Isn't there like a couple feet of space here?
Yeah, you got the second floor at 14 foot 4 inches, which is 10 foot 4 inches above the first floor. That seems,
You've got 8 foot and then you've got basically.
2x6.
Yeah,
Sorry,
2x6s and then your joist on top of that. too.
That's only another foot.
That's about 18 inches and maybe 6 inches strong. It's not gonna make a lot of difference in that elevation. I mean, what you're concerned about is the fact that this space and this space are void. And this just
no,
looks on top.
we're not concerned about it. We're concerned about,
the whole-
what Nathan is suggesting is that if you've got extra space here that you don't need, that this can come down and squat out at least by a couple feet. I
It's
mean,
not a couple feet, we're talking inches, 6 inches.
so you need 10 foot 4 to get to the floor level from the floor level
Correct.
here.
Mhm.
Well, you understand what the concern is, right? I mean, again, this makes it look better, but it's not,
Ideal.
it's not,
So what, on the existing house, above what I assume is brick, what is that material that is just rendered as
It's-
white?
Siding material.
Is it gonna match the siding
On top of that.
on the top of that? Because if I look at the east elevation, which is the back of the house, correct?
Yes.
So it still doesn't solve the problem, but to me, that looks a little better because it actually is flush with the existing. And part of what's strange about the front is there's
It's
that.
stone, it's
that's-
not
it's
siding,
brick.
it's stone.
So,
It's limestone.
right, so
The white
it's,
space that you're asking.
yeah, so to me, the thing that's making it feel so just plopped on there is those
White
two
stone.
materials are not gonna match, apparently, if they're stone now, yeah. And then you have that addition set back, so you have what, I don't know how many,
A little bit.
how that roof is. And so if the addition actually met the front of the house, I feel like it wouldn't feel like it is in the back of the house. It might reduce the sense that it was just plopped on top. And if those two materials matched. which I don't know how likely that is if it's
The
stone.
windows should match. Shall be casements. If you're not.
I mean,
Do you understand the concern, ma'am? No? It,
I think
It-
it looks a little better than what I saw last time, but I don't,
but,
the concern is that it looks like two different structures entirely, that the new addition is not married to the existing very well. Looks like it was just plopped on top of the existing roof. Looks a little top-heavy, looks a little taller than the level below, giving the appearance of something very top-heavy, you know? And that's our concern.
it-
so they wanted to be a little bit lower.
well, is it,
Well,
yeah.
I don't know that you can achieve that. It might look better if it had more footprint, if it covered the entire first floor. But it sounds like that's a budget problem.
And that pitch is the, that's, I mean, it has to be that tall. I'm just looking at your roof line.
The front, the
Just
whole
an
front
8-foot ceiling
entry
up
and
Yeah.
point over, it's just,
Huh.
it's like an arrow.
Well,
Yeah.
you got this to help you. I don't know if you want to try to,
I don't think the homeowners saw that, make sure. they-
well, I don't know if you two want to go commiserate outside and come back later in the meeting.
yeah.
Why don't you do that, and there's a little something that you can use as a starting point, and then we'll see it a little later in the meeting.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Give you a shot at, we'll give you a crack at it, so we don't, we've already had to put her off a month, so. So we'll recall your case a little later, okay? Case 2019-047A at 7706 Kedvale Avenue, Yunin Zaya, first and second floor addition.
The staff has no objections with the overall design. A technical item to be addressed includes ensuring a second residential unit or bedroom is not located in the basement.
So the basement is existing, there's no work in the basement. That's
Yeah, but if you don't have records of it, then might not stay.
You may be tearing it out. So we're adding something off the back.
Oh, thanks.
Kitchen, island. So, are you reskinning the whole building?
I think so, I mean,
You're not gonna get, I mean, you're what?
I'm just working with the architect.
Okay, well,
I'm assuming, yes.
it's either that or come back in a month and tell us what's going on, so.
The risking everything.
Okay, so this will all be a whole new brick elevation, so the brick all matches, correct? Okay. And is this gonna be the color, or, so we're gonna go to a reddish brick and change that brick color? Okay. I mean, looks fine. Just wanna make sure that what the rendering is what we're getting. That garage siding will match the siding on the house, it looks like. Anybody have any comments or problems? It's gonna be all new brick.
I think it looks fine.
Okay, Ross, why don't you make a motion then, and in the interest of time, make sure you call out the all new brick.
Sure. I make a motion that a certificate of appropriateness be granted in case number 2019-047A at 7706 Kedvale Avenue, subject to all brick being replaced and consistent. Yeah. Did
I
that?
second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? No opposed? Good luck. Thank you. Case 2019-048A, 9020 Tamaroa Terrace, Yankee Walensky and Shelley Goldwater Walensky, first floor addition.
Staff has no objections with the overall design. However, consideration should be given to providing a set of windows with a limestone sill, complementing the detail of the higher windows on the original front facade to enhance that portion of the facade's aesthetics.
Are you part of the case, sir? Are you a neighbor, or were you here when I made my announcements? All right, come on up. How are you? You the homeowner?
No, I'm the architect.
Okay, hello. What's this?
Have you seen these plans at all yet?
No, not yet.
You're just doing a first floor addition?
Which neighbor are you?
South side.
South side, so you're over here. There's a new addition going in
North side.
on the north side. Okay.
It's all brick,
Yes.
it appears to be?
All brick except for the gable at the top. and the
Sure,
side.
sure, and it's gonna match the existing brick? Looks great. Any comments, sir?
No problem with that at all.
Perfect. Hit it.
Okay. I make the motion that a certificate of appropriateness be granted in case number 2019-048A at 9020 Tamaroa as presented.
Anybody second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? No opposed? So passed.
Tell me what you meant by the limestone? No, I'm adding a limestone sill on the addition of the window from
It
the
was a
front?
suggestion that you provide another set of windows with a sill. It was approved without it, so you're not
Yeah.
obliged.
Love it. Thank you so much.
Sure. Case 2019-052A, 8150 East Prairie Road, Feroz Abu Bakr, the first floor addition.
Staff has no objections with the overall design. Technical items to be addressed include providing a second parking space, installing a sprinkler system, and providing the following additional information. Full elevations of the proposed addition with the existing house to confirm that the proposed addition complements the main house. A full site plan showing the property lines, existing house footprint, proposed addition footprint, and proposed two-car garage parking slab. The floor plan for the basement proposed crawl space, as it appears there is an existing basement. If you want to.
Are you the same architect?
Yes, I am.
Oh,
Okay,
never
that's
mind.
fine. All right, so, what the hell are we doing? We got
All sides.
we just putting on a siding addition?
A rear addition, yes.
Yeah, that's siding.
Yes.
What's the existing material in the house? Was there photographs, Nate?
Brick all around.
Not the best.
Hmm?
Not the north, not the best.
Have you seen these suggestions to bring additional
No, I
elevations?
didn't see that prior to this meeting. The plat of survey does have a garage at the back and the alleyway, so the two-car parking scenario is through the alley in the back.
It's actually a one-car garage, so unless we don't have a good survey.
Well, yeah, it's one car, but the space there's available.
That's gonna be a technical, that's not for us about the parking space, so you guys will have to deal with them.
Thank
Yeah. Well, they're within 50/50 still, so. Anybody have any?
You have vinyl/wood siding per contract. What's it gonna be, vinyl or wood?
We're gonna go with vinyl.
Vinyl? To match existing?
Blend with existing, yes. The existing is brick.
Paul said that he was coming back on that.
What is the existing color of the brick? Is it a brown?
That's, you can't tell from this. so.
So you're considering like a buff or
Yeah, it's almost like this color scheme.
okay.
when you get your permit drawings, they're gonna be putting railings on those stairs, just so you know. You're not showing them yet, but
Oh, right.
you guys okay? Mary, you wanna make a motion?
Yeah, I move that a certificate of appropriateness be granted to case number 2019-052A at 8130 East Prairie,
Anybody
as presented.
Anybody second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
So passed. Good luck.
The previous case, we're gonna come back next month.
Okay, cool. Thanks for letting us know. All right.
Thanks.
You get the gist of what we're looking at? Okay, thanks very much. Okay. That said, we're gonna go case 2019-045A. We're now into commercial requests. That one's gonna be continued. Case number 2019-49A, 7701 Lincoln, Oakton Community College. Some signage issues.
The staff has no objections with the overall design. Technical items to be addressed include a pin consolidation and obtaining relief from the sign code to allow the ground sign to exceed the maximum allowable 100 square feet per side in sign area, and to allow lettering to project above the dimensions of a canopy by the main entrance. This item is expected to be a site plan approval case on the Thursday, October 17, Plan Commission meeting agenda.
What's going on?
Hi there. You need anything for me on the Oakton side? No?
Yeah, tell us what you're doing.
Oh. We're doing entry work at the, if you have the PDFs to open up, you can see the plans as well. But right now, we're proposing two signs. They're replacing the existing monument sign.
This is the old Niles East site?
Yep.
Okay.
So there's an existing monument sign right on Lincoln Avenue right there, yeah.
Uh-huh.
And that's at about a 12-foot, 8-foot deep sign already exceeding the current code. But we're planning to demolish it, replace it with a new sign that better matches the existing Des Plaines campus signage,
Okay.
which will be white concrete with dark aluminum stained letters. And then it's got a steel element that is lined into the side of it. It's nested into the concrete and then uplit with LED lighting and surrounding native landscaping.
And what is the, Peter, what's the,
It's too big.
well,
Too big and,
give me an, okay, so that's the current sign. And do you have a rendering of the new sign other than the blueprint? Did you render it?
There's something other than
Oh, they have a lot.
Is that all we got?
That's the sign.
How big is it?
Provided renderings to, yes, multiple agencies already. But I can show you an installed sign. which would
Well,
be-
I need to see what this sign is.
Yeah, that's the exact same design.
Okay.
So there's a metal plate, and in the reverse of the metal plate is the leaf turned perpendicular.
This is the installed sign on the Des Plaines campus.
Oh.
We use the Core 10 steel there because it's a very naturalized environment.
So this is the sign you're proposing?
Right.
The one on the right?
The only difference is we'll be replacing
Same
the Core
size.
10 steel with that stained aluminum. And that's because we still want to maintain some character and tie into the gray metal around the existing campus. So we're
I
gonna
like it.
propose to do a gray metal instead of
Yeah,
the
I got you.
Core 10 steel, which is,
No, it's very attractive. Thanks for showing us the picture, because it's much better than what that looks like.
that's construction.
It's easier
drawings.
to see.
Sure, I
Engineered.
understand. No, I get that.
Yeah, I saw
You saw that? Good.
Yeah.
So,
I was asked to review the landscape, and I think it's excellent. I really like the way you have an area for the students, and and then you have another landscape area blocking the parking lot.
Thank you, yeah, it's a huge parking lot, and that
Yeah.
is actually where the cafe is located. So we have a series of gabion walls with wood seats for the students to
Nice.
gather on, and then to screen that parking lot.
Yeah, yeah,
which
yeah,
is
yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
That's a
Okay.
great idea.
all right, cool, looks,
And then the other one's on the canopy where it sits on top
Right,
of the canopy.
right. I think they're all good.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, the canopy would be the same material, but we're
cool.
cutting the
Sure.
letters out, similar
Yeah,
to this.
yeah, that's gonna be awesome. Arshana, you like it?
Yeah.
All right, make a motion.
make a
Sure.
motion that certificate of
Thanks for having that.
appropriateness be granted for case number 2019-049A, located at 7701 Lincoln, as presented.
Anybody?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, so passed. All right, thank you very much. Case 2019-050A, 7839 Lincoln, Skokie Morton Grove School District 69, new construction.
Staff has no objections with the overall design and appreciates the glass, brick, and tower details on the south/main entrance facade. Consideration should be given, however, to use of a non-orange color of brick and minor adjustments to the west, southwest, and northwest facades, which may include a subtle difference between two brick colors, reveals in the masonry in lieu of a change in colors, all horizontal brick bands, and/or changes to the sizes of the classroom windows. This proposal will be a future site plan approval case reviewed by the Plan Commission and Village Board. A PIN consolidation will also be necessary.
How are you guys?
You guys want a paper one, or do you wanna look at that?
No, we'll go rendering. So this is a full new school,
Yes.
just down the street from the Oakton College? Okay. And what are they doing? Is the other school coming down?
Yes.
The other school will come down, yes.
Okay, would that, not that it matters for this case, but, so will this be in the same site as that, or was it gonna move
Same
and
property, but built in a way that the existing school can.
stay open
operating
while
full
we're
time.
building it? Okay,
Exactly.
gotcha. And do we have the, is this, have a site plan so I can see what's going on there? So where's the,
Here's,
that's Lincoln, right?
Correct.
as the school presently sits over here.
Uh-huh,
So this is existing parking, and this-
gotcha.
This is all empty field here, so
That's the proposed new
entire area
site.
of the school.
Got it,
It's new parking also.
gotcha. So you really see, all you really see is the south and the west elevation from driving down Lincoln.
Correct.
When you come down Lincoln going northwest, you'll see this
Yep.
elevation.
And then you'll
When
see
you're
the,
going southeast, you'll see.
that
this
one,
elevation.
yep,
And
gotcha.
the renderings show those as well.
So, let's talk brick color. I mean, this, is it more like
Yeah.
that?
Let me say.
I know it's not, I know it's not orange.
We're gonna.
You don't like it either?
The client,
Okay.
the client is more interested in more of a red brick as well, so a darker.
You're gonna go on a darker
Color
color.
has to change.
That's fine,
It's
okay,
not
yeah,
Much of a contrast.
okay.
And quite honestly, the renderings are a little lighter than we.
Yeah, I know, renderings,
you
yeah,
know.
yeah, I got you.
So
It'd be more
But
of
we're-
a, like
we're
a
leaning
putty
toward
and a
more red.
red together.
And you guys are with the architect?
More like what?
I'm the
Architect.
school district.
Oh.
Okay, great.
Is that a clock
You gotta,
up there?
got a lot of work in front of you to get this.
Madison Elementary.
Just gotta go to like referendum and voting. Oh, you got the funding is there? Awesome, congrats.
So we
Good.
could break ground in March.
Great.
Yeah, but still a lot of work.
Yeah, absolutely.
So is the entire palette gonna change then as the brick changes, or is that like a minty green I see at the,
Oh,
uh,
I thought you said putty.
at the
Well,
parapet?
yeah, well, I think, so when you say you don't like it either, does that mean
The orange.
it's not gonna be a striping? Or we don't know?
Two different things.
Okay.
One is the color palette itself.
Mhm.
It will shift more toward a red. We'll probably keep a plum color as that darker one that's on the base. But we'll either have one or two other bricks that are gonna be a red solid and maybe a slightly darker or lighter red.
So
as an
it'll be
accent.
contrasting but more similar in color, just
Very
different
much so,
tones. Got
very
it,
much so.
I got it. So there'll still be okay.
Yeah, from a pattern standpoint, we're trying to come up with alternatives to the banding.
Yeah.
Right now, you've got horizontal banding on the front, and then vertical banding around the corners
Yeah.
of the academic wing. We're trying to do something else that'll
That's
give it a little.
fine, as long as you make them like the color that you're talking
Right.
about. Contrasting but not
Yeah.
as greatly contrasting. I
Right
got you.
now, this is very similar to a lot of the two-story and three-story
Sure.
apartment buildings around,
Yeah.
and we're trying to avoid
Sure.
that to look like an apartment building.
Right, and then the window layouts and all that stuff is pretty much what
Yeah,
we
that'll-
see.
that'll
Okay,
be the
okay.
same, yeah.
I think looks awesome. Anybody have any issues? If they change up their colors? All right. Julie. You get to
Okay.
approve a school.
Yay.
Super exciting.
You're
Okay.
changing lives with this.
Oh dear, we did this already. Okay, I move a certificate of appropriateness be granted in case number 2019-050A at 7839 Lincoln with change of color that appeases the school superintendent. Otherwise as presented.
Anybody second?
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? No opposed, so passed. Good luck.
Great, thank you so
All
much.
right, take care.
Good luck, thank you.
Case 2019-051A, 7787 Grosse Point Road, Erie Crown Hebrew Day School. Additions and facade changes.
Staff has no objections with the overall design. The sign elements of the proposal are preliminary, and a sign package is expected to return to a future meeting. This proposal will also include reviews by the Plan Commission and Village Board for a zoning map amendment, one lot subdivision, parking determination, and site plan approval.
Hey, guys. And ladies, sorry. How are you?
Good to see you again.
You too?
How did she do the full page?
That's okay, you can keep speaking while he's trying to figure out.
Wow, a lot of schools really
We got
making
both on the
differences.
screen. And
I'm sure you have an AV specialist here, they can, they could probably come up here and do
Go
it.
back to the old debate.
Right, right.
This project is the adaptive reuse. The building started out as Allstate, then US Robotics was Foresight, and now Sirius. The Erie Crown Hebrew Day School has been a member of the community for many, many years. As you know, we've been before you before. This has been a 10-year, still,
And your current address is?
on Main Street.
4600
Main Street.
Yeah, okay, and you guys did a big project there 10-ish years ago.
10 years
Yeah.
ago, I presented to you.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
project.
absolutely, yeah, and that was a beautiful job.
We didn't build it.
Huh?
We didn't build that one.
Yeah, it was a beautiful, I'm saying the plant, I know, I knew they had to get money.
Yellow, I love it.
So things have changed over 10 years, and we're now looking to acquire the building that's on Eaton's, on frontage road. When we are done, the building will be readdressed to be Grosse Point Road because of where the entrance really is, and more in line with the entrance. It is an adaptive reuse. We are predominantly keeping the existing building as is, putting on an addition of about 13,000 square feet as a transition between the existing building and the gymnasium, and it'll be a new full-height gymnasium. The building is a substantial building of concrete construction. We are building what is really more an interior remodeling project, and there's a basement that will be just used for storage. There's a first floor that will be used primarily for early childhood, first, second graders, and the public spaces in the building. As part of the remodeling, this is primarily interior work. We're going to be creating a large interior atrium. The third through eighth graders will be up on the second floor. As you can see, there'll be a large open space that's created within the interior of the building, plus the addition of the gymnasium. This is a substantial school with a lot of students, pre-K through eighth grade. The exterior of the building, one of the key features of the site is that we are decommissioning what used to be 700 parking spaces. When this was Allstate, they were all little 6x6 cubicles. There were lots and lots of people on the site. As a school, we'll be able to recapture about 2.5 acres of green space that is currently paved. If you look at the photographs that we turned in, you'll see that all of that triangle to the southwest is all paved now, and we're going to take away half of that pavement. And all of the area that's green, the upper right, the upper left and the lower right are green space. Now we're continuing to provide more green space and recouping that. There's very little impact to the existing landscaping, which is there, intense, and been there for many, many decades. So it's a well landscape project, and we're keeping the landscaping with the areas immediately adjacent to the south and to the northwest by the lunchroom and multi-purpose room area as playground areas. So there'll be sports fields out in the grass, there'll be playground area, immediately adjacent to the building, but most of we're recapturing about 3 acres worth of green space.
The current building is that white building, right?
Yes, that's
Okay. We're just, because there's several
So-
buildings along there that
Yeah.
have
This is
different,
this is a white precast building.
Okay.
We brought a sample. We are gonna not be exactly the same precast, because that's precast was put in 40 years ago, but we will be putting in a white precast that closely resembles what's there now. That will be what's done at the stuff. We're also incorporating some louvers that are gonna be done out of wood material. There's a photograph of that up, to show, to bring some softness to it, bring back some natural texture to the building. That motif is carried out throughout the building as well. This is the elevation of the gymnasium. There will be some louvers and windows into the gymnasium, those louvers that are in the transition between the existing building and the new building.
and that's the opposite side of the Edens?
This is away from the east.
Right, that's facing away from it,
Yeah,
okay.
this is.
But that's a main drop-off. That's your
Yes,
main
main
drop-off.
drop-off.
Yeah.
Main traffic will now enter in off of a controlled entrance at Grosse Point onto the site for drop-off. And this is what they'll be seeing as they come up through the space. This is the main entrance of the building. This is the entrance that will be at the gymnasium area. And then when we get inside the building, that's the central atrium, which becomes the circular main hub of the whole school. This is the same space that we're gonna open up, and the library, the shul, all of the social activities around the building are in this central area, and everything radiates off from that.
Bless you.
Right. We also submitted a preliminary signage plan. We intend to come back and present more detailed signage later in the project. School is in its fundraising mode. They don't know all of the dedicated signs that they are going to need, but they will need to have some identity and dedicated signs. It probably will not have any large signage facing the Edens. Given the nature of the school, they're not going to try to put a big billboard out onto the highway to advertise their location here, but there will be the standard monument sign at the entrance, and there will be need for dedicatory signs around the building for people to contribute to make this happen.
And it looks, I think it looks awesome. So these louver photos, that louver photo I'm getting here, that's just a sample illustration of what you're gonna, how you're gonna louver up some of the stuff by the entryway?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
going to be a natural wood
Right.
material, to work
Not
off
yellow.
against the precast.
Yeah.
And from the community's perspective, as you drive by the Edens, this will look pretty much as it always has looked. For the
Yeah.
last 40 years. We're not,
Probably better.
well, look better, it'll be cleaner, and
Yeah.
the gymnasium's to the back and is well screened by existing landscaping. And as you drive up north on Grosse Point Road, the whole west elevation of this building is pretty much screened from Grosse Point.
Sure.
That's very private.
Well, I think it's a good security standpoint too.
Yes.
The, do you have the Edens elevation up there? I know you said you're not planning on it.
All right, the Edens elevation is the one on top.
Right. So you don't think you're gonna have any signage
We
there?
will have a logo, which is
Okay.
still in development. There'll be a small logo, it'll probably go up on the top span.
Yeah.
People will want to know where the building is.
Well, there'd be questions like, what is that? So, you know, whether you want them to know or not, I'm just, it's interesting. Because it's gonna, that's still gonna look better, right? You're gonna throw some louver, you got some louvering planned for that elevation or not?
You will see some of it on the back of the upstairs area.
On the east elevation or not?
Not on the east.
Okay. So the east elevation's not gonna change much other than
Very-
the far right of it because of the addition with the gym and stuff, okay.
It'll be pretty much the same as you see it now, cleaner,
Right.
but we'll clean the building.
And is it just concrete precast or is it painted?
Right now, that building is a precast with a quartz aggregate. It's dirty.
Okay,
When they did some additions and modifications on the west elevation, there's some ephes.
okay.
That will disappear.
They screwed it up, yeah.
And not part of our new work.
Okay.
But it will be the new precast will not be the exact match of the
Okay.
old. You can't match up
Sure.
precast that was produced 50 years ago. So we'll be in the same color range. It'll be a white precast. We brought a sample.
So,
CMI.
are you guys planning on owning the building or leasing it?
Only.
Okay, and so then, are you doing a window replacement, or is it, is that still to be decided?
I don't believe the intent will be to replace every
Okay.
window in the building.
Okay.
It is insulated glass.
Okay, so
They're modern
it's fine.
frames.
Okay, I was just curious, I'm not,
Those frames were updated when they did the precast work, which was the Otis project back in the
Okay.
mid-sixties. So it's modern windows.
okay. I think it'll be cool. And I like I even like the sign on the west elevation. But I know you guys are still doing branding
We'll
and
come
stuff
back-
like
we'll
that,
come
right?
back with branding and
Yeah.
make that presentation over a little further along.
Cool.
But just for the record, since the signs I see will probably need some relief, so you probably should come back next month if you're planning on being on the plan commission in November.
We're gonna be the plan commission hopefully in November.
So
And
next
we will
month you
come
want
to
back
look at the signs
to
first.
appearance more down, further down the road, Peter.
Well, you want to go before the plan commission because you need the appearance commission to approve
And we
them.
will be coming back here with the signage.
Okay, good.
Yeah. You just have to move a couple meetings up we gotta get this done. I think it looks awesome. Anybody have any comments, positive or negative? Cool.
I like it.
Very pretty.
Yeah,
Very
wonderful.
nice.
All right. Somebody make a motion.
All right, I move that a certificate of appropriateness be granted in case number 2019-051A at 7787 Grosse Point as presented.
Anybody second?
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? No opposed, so passed. All right, guys, congratulations. Good luck. Sure, it's exciting.
What's gonna happen with me?
First chocolate milk is yours. Yeah, I don't know anything like that. That takes a couple of years off. That's even